गीताभ्यासे 2-39 एषा तेभिहिता S.L. Abhyankar, Mumbai, Tuesday, June 2nd, 2020. It would be good to begin every session of Gita Abhyasaha with recitation of Gita Dhyanam and the Namana Vakyam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। ॐ श्रीपरमात्मने नमः। एषा ते भीता सांख्ये बुद्धिर्योगे त्विमां शृणु बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि। पदच्छेदाः। एषा ते अभिहिता सांख्ये बुद्धिः योगे तु इमां शृणु बुद्ध्या युक्तः यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि. Now phrase wise study. Here we have 5 columns. Avyayaha, Anye Subantaha, Kartrupadiyaha. Words in this column will be in the first case Prathama Vibhakti. Karmapadiyaha. Words in this column will be in the second case Dvitiya Vibhakti most often. Kriyapadiyaha. Words in this column will be Tigantaha or Kridantaha. For the first line, Partha Yaya Buddhya Yuktaha Tvam Karmabandham Prahasyasi. Now, Tvam is not explicit in this shloka, but the verb form Prahasyasi has Tvam as the Kartrupadam inherent. So, the third line, Te Abhihita. Fourth line, Tu Sankhya Yoge Esha Buddhi Vartate. Again, Vartate is not explicit, so it has been put into brackets. Tvam Imam Shrunu. Again, Shrunu, the verb form Shrunu, has Tvam as the Kartrupadam inherent. So at both places, Tvam, which has been made explicit here, has been put into bracket. Now study of Tigantaha. Prahasyasi. Pra plus ha iti dhatuhu. तृतीय गणीयः परस्मैपदी. टू गेट रिड ऑफ. कर्तरि प्रयोगः एक्टिव वॉइस. विलुट् लकारः भविष्यत्कालः फ्यूचर टेंस. मध्यमपुरुषः एकवचनं. वर्तते वृत् प्रथमगणीयः आत्मनेपदी. टू एक्सिस्ट. कर्तरि प्रयोगः लट् लकारः वर्तमानकालः प्रेजेंट टेंस. प्रथमपुरुषः एकवचनं. शृणु. श्रु इति धातु प्रथमगणीयः परस्मैपदी. टू लिसन टू. कर्तरि प्रयोगः एक्टिव वॉइस. लोट लकारः आज्ञार्थः इम्पेरेटिव मूड. मध्यमपुरुषः एकवचनं. नौ कृदन्तः. अभिहिता. अभि प्लस ही पंचमगणीयः परस्मैपदी तथा अभिधा तृतीयगणीयः उभयपदी. With both the dhatus, कृत प्रत्यय त. So अभिहि plus त अभिहित or अभिधा त also अभिहित. Meaning is benevolent. विशेषणम. कर्मणि प्रयोगः स्त्रीलिंगम प्रथमा एकवचनम. युक्तः. युज् धातु अत्र सप्तमगणीयः उभयपदी. The dhatu also is of चतुर्थ परस्मैपद, but here Saptamgan Ubhaypad is relevant. So Yuj Kta Yukta enjoined. Visheshanam. Karmani Prayogaha Pullingam Prathama Ekvachanam. Samasaha compound words. There is only one compound word, Karma Bandham. Karmanaha Karmanam va Bandhaha Karma Bandhaha. Shashti Tatpurusha. Study of Subanta. एषा. प्रातिपदिकम एतत्. जाति सर्वनाम. धिस. स्त्रीलिंगम प्रथमा एकवचनम. ते प्रातिपदिकम युष्मत्. जाति सर्वनाम. प्रातिपदिकार्थः यु. अत्र पुल्लिंगम चतुर्थी एकवचनम. सांख्ये. Now see note with 2 asterisk marks below. Because we have to discuss this note. For the present, Pratipadikam Sankhya, okay, but Jati may be Nama or Visheshana. And hence, the meaning will change depending upon whether we consider Sankhya as Nama or Visheshana. So presently, as Pratipadika Artha, I have just mentioned Sankhya. The Lingam can be Napusakalingam or Pullingam. Saptami Ekvachanam. Buddhi. In this verse, in this shloka, we have Buddhi in both the forms, Buddhi and Buddhya. Pratipadikam Buddhi. Nama, noun, intellect, knowledge. Strilingam. Buddhi is Prathama Vibhakti. Buddhya is Tritiya Vibhakti. Ekvachan. Yoge. Yoga Pratipadikam. Nama, noun. The actual meaning of yoga is not philosophy, but that becomes the extended meaning. And that meaning is relevant here. So here I have given the meaning of yoga as philosophy. Pullingam Saptami Ekvachanam. Tu. Avyayam. So Pratipadikam also tu. However, and because it is avyayam, no detail of lingam vibhakti hi vachanam. Imam. Idam Pratipadikam. Sarvanama. This. Strilingam Dvitiya Ekvachanam. Yaya. Pratipadikam Yat. Sarvanama. Which. Strilingam Tritiya Ekvachanam. Partha. Pratipadikam Partha. Nam, noun. Son of Prutha. Pullingam Sambodhanam Ekvachanam. Karmabandham. Karmabandha Pratipadikam. Nama, noun. Bondage of actions. Pullingam Dvitiya Ekvachanam. Karmanaha. Like Buddha, Buddhi and Buddhya. Karmanaha Karmanam. This is not in the verse, but it came up as deciphering of the Samasaha Karmabandham. Karmanaha Karmanam. Pratipadikam Karman. Nama. Action. Napusakalingam Shashti. Karmanaha is Ekvachanam. Karmanam is Bahuvachanam. Now coming to the note with 2 asterisk marks. Since Sankhya and Yoga are mutually related, both have to have same lingam, which would be Pullingam because Yoga is only Pullingam. Then Sankhya needs to be taken as being adjectival, Visheshanam of Yoga. However, as a name of a philosophical treatise or a philosophical school of thought, Sankhyam would be a Napusakalingam Nama. Anvayartha. Partha Yaya Buddhya Yuktaha. You, son of Prutha, the intellect by which, if you become endowed, Chet. Tvam karma bandham prahasyasi. You will get rid of the bondage of karma. Te abhihita. Such intellect or knowledge as is benevolent for you. Esha buddhi tu Sankhya Yoga vartate. Such intellect or knowledge is in Sankhya Yoga. Tvam imam shunu. Listen to it. Chando Vishleshanam. Esha te bhihita Sankhye. Hita sam. Etesham matraha eka dve dve. Buddhir yoge tvimam shunu. Tvimam shru. Etesham matraha eka dve eka. Buddhya yukto yaya partha. Yaya pa. Etesham matraha eka dve dve. Karmabandham prahasyasi. Prahasya. Etesham matraha eka dve eka. Anushtup Chandotra. Now Swadhyaya. Notes of self-study. The phrase Yaya Buddhya Yuktaha Tvam is in passive voice. By changing it to active voice, it would be या बुद्धि त्वाम युज्यति चेत. Chet means if. Now here note, buddhi tvam yujyati. So yujyati gets associated, and it is buddhi who will decide whether it will have an association tvam with you or not. So for buddhi to think that it should get associated with you, you have to have the appropriate eligibility, capability. And that is why buddhi is made the one to decide whether it will get associated or not. The decision is vested with buddhi. And to make that clear, the whole composition is in passive voice. What a great grammatical thought used to convey the proper meaning. So, buddhi tvam yujyati che. Yaya buddhya yuktaha is also sort of an educational or sort of an aptitudinal qualification or sort of an eligibility. The word yuktaha has a sense of eligibility, it does have. Syllabus and prescribed textbook of that education to get that educational qualification is Sankhya Yoga. By saying Imam Shunu, Shri Krishna Bhagavan is proceeding to preach the Sankhya Yoga. There are 33 more shlokaha in this Dvitiyodhyaya. Rather 32 because the 54th is by Arjuna. Sankhya Yoga is said to be detailed in Sankhya Sutrani by Kapila Muni. One learns from the mention Sankhya Krutante Proktani Siddhaye Sarvakarmana in Gita 18-13 that Sankhya philosophy was propounded toward the end of Kruta Yuga. Krutante. The timeline of Yugani being Kruta 1,728,000 years, Treta 1,228,000 years, Dwapar 864,000 years, Kali 432,000 years. Since Mahabharatam war is said to have happened toward the end of Dwapara, Sankhya philosophy dates almost 2,092,000 years, span of Treta plus Dwapar, prior to its summary by Sri Krishna Bhagavan in Gita in Dwapar Yuga and from end of Kruta Yuga to the end of Dwapar Yuga. So 2,092,000 years. Even if one may question such antiquity of Sankhya philosophy, one must grant that good thoughts are perpetual, eternal and universal. So merit study. So when Sri Krishna Bhagavan is telling Imam Shunu to Arjuna, let us also try to understand it with rapt attention. The word Sankhya is derived from the noun Sankhya, which itself is from dhatu sang plus kya, Sankhya, to narrate in detail, to enumerate, to present as lists. One can take it that in the phrase Sankhya Yoga, the word yoga has a sense of philosophy. Sankhya Yoga equal to in Sankhya philosophy. Every chapter of Gita has in its title this word yoga. Certainly, every chapter deals with some philosophy or another. And that is why the title of every chapter has this word yoga. Although we have to gather some essence of Sankhya philosophy from what Sri Krishna Bhagavan is going to tell hereafter, one important concept is already mentioned here itself, the concept of karma bandhaha. Karmanaha karmanam va bandhaha iti karma bandha. Right from being born, we become duty bound to save our life. Every living being is born with a survival instinct, even a mosquito. One karma executed brings forth another karma to be done. Some karmani happen voluntarily, by their own volition. For example, breathing. Even in these karmani, one karma necessitates another to follow. Inhaling has to be followed by exhaling. There is chain of karmani. Chain is a bondage. Chain of karmani has karma bandha inherent. By saying karma bandham prahasyasi, Sri Krishna Bhagavan is advocating that one can and should become free of karma bandha. Since being born is inherent of karma bandha, freedom from karma bandha really means transcending the cycle of birth and death. That transcendence will need the knowledge and practice which, it seems, is detailed in Sankhyam. YouTube has the facility to post comments, but I would urge upon readers to please send comments directly to me to sanskrit2601 @gmail.com. Shubhamastu.